I'm Stuart Bloor. We may be well into autumn now, but it's definitely a summer's like day today, and I'm taking advantage of that, the dry conditions as well, to do an overnighter for carp. I've been fishing for perch 3 weeks on the bounce, spinning for them to be precise, and I've really enjoyed it, of course, but it's definitely time to move on. Arriving at the car park, I've got a mountain of gear. In fact, I go on holiday with my wife for a week and we take less, but everything's needed. All the stuff that I bought is necessary. The reality is that if I was here for a week, never mind an overnighter, the only thing that I would have more of is food for me and food for the fish. But I really enjoy this sort of fishing. Pitched up for the night, looking forward to it very much. The rods are already out. The bait's out there. I've got some ground bait with pigeon conditioner seeds, corn steep liquor in there. I've put that out, put some boilies out as well, and I'm looking forward to what lies ahead. While I'm waiting for a fish to turn up, time for some food. Now, for a lot of anglers, being on the bank involves cooking and messing about, preparing food. It's part of the experience for them. They actually enjoy it. Now, me personally, I don't spend time in the kitchen at home, so I'm not going to get involved in that sort of thing when I'm on the bank. So food for me tonight: 4 pears, 3 hard-boiled eggs and 3 bananas. Mind you, having said that, I do try to look after myself anyway. I'm still playing football, got man of the match this week. People of my age are into this walking football. Well, I'm not even considering a veteran league at the moment. I'm still enjoying competing with lads in effect who are young enough to be my sons. Anyway, I think it's good to look after yourself, isn't it? I don't drink, I don't smoke, try to watch what I eat, exercise, all that sort of stuff. In fact, it helps you with your fishing, doesn't it, really? Lugging gear around and being mobile as you get older is definitely a big plus. Session 2, and although I do prefer to do an overnighter, in this instance I've got a busy day tomorrow which starts quite early, so I can only fish till about 12:30 AM, but as long as my bait's in the water, I've got a chance. Anyway, the rods are out, the sun's dropping over the horizon. I'm going to make a cup of tea and see if I can catch my first carp of the week. Session number 3, and it's a scorcher of a day. If you didn't know what time of the year it was and you were standing here with me now and I told you it was the middle of June rather than September, then you wouldn't be arguing with me. Anyway, the rods are out and I'm very confident of getting a fish. My first carp of the week today. I didn't have long to wait. I've had a screamer, literally a screamer. And the good thing about this water is that the fish give themselves away when they're feeding. And I've been watching bubbles coming up over my baited area, or areas. I've got 2. I'll tell you about that shortly. And I've been watching fish as well, cruising over the bait. The bottom has been clouded up as they've been feeding, and I knew it was just a matter of time. Anyway, it's a small carp, but oh! You know what's just happened? Yeah. Oh, Paul. Never mind, I've got plenty more time left and plenty more fish to catch. Within seconds of casting out, literally within seconds, the same rod's gone off on a screamer. Again, they're small but feisty in this lake. Now, I've got to be honest, if I hadn't been rattling on the camera with that first fish, I would actually have netted it. So let that be a lesson, particularly if you've got something decent on the end and you're making a YouTube video. Don't worry about what you're saying. Concentrate on getting the fish in the net first. Anyway, I'm not going to make that mistake this time. So I'm about to net this one. Just a small fish, but bigger than the carp I caught in the first 2 sessions, that's for sure. And the other rod goes off this time, just moments later. I'll go through my my bait approach when I get a moment. Carries on like this, I won't be complaining. Bigger than the first fish, but not a monster. Having said that though, I'm more than happy with it. I'm fishing both rods about 4 lengths out from the bank. I've put down a bed on each spot of pigeon conditioner seeds that has been soaked in corn steep liquor, and I've used ground bait with that to put it out. Now with the pigeon conditioner seeds, you may be familiar with them, but you may not have actually fished with them. I did a video just a few weeks back, I think it was video number 2 on tench, and I went through the process of preparing pigeon conditioner seeds and what they are, that sort of thing. So if you're not familiar with them and you'd like perhaps to explore a bit more, then check that video out. I've put those baits out in the 2 spots. Over the one, I'm not fishing anything at all other than the hook bait, and I'm varying that. That fish just caught was on a 16mm black squid pop-up. On the other spot, I'm fishing with a couple of M2 boilies popped up, and I'm fishing those over loose M2 offerings. So a little bit of variety in each spot, and so far it's 2-1 in terms of fish hooked, but 1-1 in terms of fish banked. The M1 this time, well sorry, M2 should I say. Nice little run there into the fish. Feels perhaps as big as the second carp that I caught, the larger of the 2 so far. There are some bigger fish in here, but it really is a case of wading through them. It's good fun though, isn't it? Particularly if you're on a bit of a lean spell, like I've been on the other venue. You want to bend in your rod. We all need these sort of waters. Not that I've come here for that, I've come here because I enjoy fishing here. But if you are struggling, maybe getting a bit discouraged even, losing your mojo, get out onto a run's water and get it back. Definitely the best fish of the session so far. I feel that from playing it, of course. After a few successive fish on the M2, I've got one on the black squid now. And again, this feels like a better fish, like the previous one I landed. Not a monster, but you can only catch what's in front of you, and as long as you're catching, that's the important thing. I'm now playing my 10th fish. I haven't been recording every one. They've mostly been small, but great fun. That's what fishing's all about, isn't it? I've had 6 on the M2 and 4 on the black squid. The black squid's been a 16mm pop-up, and the M2 has been 2 either 10mm or 12mm boilies popped up, and I'm about to net this one. And this is on the M2, by the way, just another small one, so I don't think I'll bother showing this to the camera. It's another common as well. Every single one so far has been a common. Another streamlined mirror carp. Look at the colours, particularly towards the the tail. Beautiful, aren't they? Right, let's get this one back, and I might manage just one more because it's time to pack away shortly. I'm playing football tonight. I really enjoyed that session. It was my third outing of the week. You know what they say? Third time lucky. Well, if you believe in luck, I certainly dropped on it there, didn't I? But I also banked 13 carp. And 13, as we know, is supposed to be an unlucky number. So a little bit of contradiction there, isn't there? Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I don't believe in luck. As far as fishing is in the equation, for me, it's all down to watercraft. It's all down to experience. It's all down to us as anglers. And I've said that many times before, and I no doubt I will say it again many times in the future. Anyway, to round the week off, I'm dropping on a lake. I'm here just for a few hours this evening, literally a flying visit. I haven't even set a pod up. I've got the rods resting on a platform with the unhooking mat hanging over so that I don't get the line caught on the wood as it goes off and I get a fish. Well, that's the plan anyway, to get a fish. But the thing is, I'm here, flying visit, just a few hours, but at least my bait's in the water, and therefore I've got a chance.